Imagine we would like to have certain biofeedback so that people would move, for instance, their joint angle or certain areas of their body within a range. So you can see here one example. So let me show you and then we will recreate it from scratch. Let's start and you can see this bee goes and whenever it just touches these two, say, imagine these two parts are limitations that a person, let's say, knee joint angle should go. And then if go just pieces, and then just creates a kind of feedback for the participant. So there are lots of examples you can have. People have done it with fingers, and you can add all sort of input or third party like a um, kind of controller or even these days Oculus, type of VR type of things. You connect it and see what's happening. Okay, let's start from the beginning, see how we can quickly develop this. So what we wanted to do was to be able to move. So kind of evaluator. All right. So I wanted to bring scenes, a few scenes, let's say the piece that I created here. Okay. And then the B, maybe we can actually make it, make them slightly, say, smaller, right? So that we can see what's going on. GA, all right. And then we want to have objects. Let's have cylinder, for instance. One cylinder here, and maybe we can have another one. Okay. Now the as this times of cube, all right, and then a different color. Okay. Bring both of them here and try to move one, say, in z direction, -5. Okay. Then try to increase the size, let's say 5 times. That's not going to work because of the reset them, because we want just in one direction. Let's say z to x direction, it goes just like 10 times. Okay. And then they do the same thing for the other object. All right. So just keep it there and then go for, let's say, 10 times. I think we did it, right? So the interesting point is for there are different types, different walls that I created, but that's fine. You know what the idea, all right? You can have all sort of path, for instance. And then where is our B? Can you find the B here? I hear these, so let's just bring the B here. All right, maybe slightly bigger. All right. Okay, so that it moves. All righty. So it's not in the right position. Okay, so I think you can make it 0. Everything will go toward. It was we went to the direction. I think yes, that's it. Okay, so you can play around with all these details. Now these are the walls, for instance, and we want what do we want? User 1, user 2, and then I would like to have you remember collision, right? So this collision, we need all of these things. Yeah, whenever, yeah, there's children as well, because there are different parts, pathways. So it takes time. Yeah, for a sec, give it time. Okay, and then this one and this one. So in order to show what's happening, we need particle as well. You remember particles. And then we change this so that when it's action, activate this one. When it's action, activate this one as well. And maybe you can stop here and then change it to say explosion. Yep, that's cool. And I think we are quite fine. And then action, rest, stop. These are okay, right? And then nothing changes. So we want to be able to change the B, right? The position of the B. So we give it, say, because you want to go to X and Z direction. So we just give it to X and then Z direction. Probably need to manipulate a little bit the evaluator, but that's fine. We'll check. So you see that here, okay? And then I think this should go from the Z, maybe minus maybe 5 because we moved it 5 and 1. That's fine. And then this one, that's fine to, let's say, 5, right? Yeah, you see. basically we created that, and that works perfectly, right? So you can manipulate now all these details you like. You can add things to it, right? What else do we want? Maybe we want to have like a billboard, right? To say the hit or not hit, right? And what is happening here? Say, okay, hit, right? But then we wanted to say whenever this happens, the action happens, right? So if you start over and we want it to be, you remember that we want it to be height when it's playing, right? First height. And you want to change it slightly to transform it out to Y direction. Cool. And let's start. F2, start, that's gone. And just moving back it, back it, back it. So you can do all sorts of things here, joint angle, all sort of feedback you can provide. You can add the sound, you can add many things to this one. So you see how quickly we did this. So I've created something else that maybe is going to be your quiz. So have a look at this one basically. So it's loading. So here what you see, I've got that bee, and I've got some monkeys around, and a little bit more like things that I've added. So when I start it, you notice here what is happening. Start it, and then the evaluator goes, you just move basically going, and if you hit, you see the number of hits is there, and then you would be slightly challenging to go around here, right? So let's just move slightly, see what's happening. All right, so you can do all sort of things. What can you do with this type of applications? Tell us about it.